In the news this week, record amounts of methamphetamine seized by federal and state police.
WA's Police Commissioner admits meth usage has not fallen despite authorities clamping down on supplies.
And cultural festivities hits Fremantle CBD as the city revisits its good old days.
This is the Evening News with Ivan Lung and Daniel Stanislav.
Good evening. Drug traffickers have been dealt a major blow in their operations after authorities seized a whopping $200 million worth of methamphetamine during a joint operation. Federal Police says 14 people have been charged with commercial drug importation offences. Lucas De Paz begins our coverage.
This is the biggest methamphetamine seizure in WA since September 2015. With $200 million worth of the illicit drug busted this week.
Crystal methamphetamine, otherwise known as ice or meth, represents the most dangerous drug impacting on the Australian communities. By far, and by a big margin, this impacts on everyday Australians.
An operation commenced after the Australian Border Force intercepted a trawler off the coast near Geraldton. Police alleged the boat was used to transport methamphetamines from China to WA. 8 Chinese nationals were arrested.
I identified that boat through a significant and extended sophisticated operation. We watched that boat, surveyed that boat through a joint agency approach. That boat was boarded, and as I've stated already, the inquiry continued from that point.
After further investigations, raids took place at the addresses in East Cannington and Embleton, where 200 kilograms of methamphetamines were seized. 6 Malaysian nationals were arrested during the raid.
Out of the 14 people that we've arrested, 2 of those people are here on tourist visas. The other people are not.
14 suspects involved were charged with commercial drug importation offences. Lucas De Paz, WAMN News.
Police Commissioner Carl O'Callaghan believes the task of tracking down drug importation remains a constant challenge. In an exclusive interview, he admits there hasn't been a significant reduction in WA's methamphetamine usage and says more prevention strategies are needed to curb the problem.
We know for argument's sake that most of the amphetamine that's used in Australia and Western Australia comes in from China and other places in Southeast Asia. Small amounts are made in Western Australia. They come in by ship, they come in by plane, they come in by post, and they come to us from other parts of Australia by road.
What's the most outrageous drug smuggling method you've seen so far?
Well, look, there's lots of methods of hiding drugs, and we don't generally try to talk about it too much because it gives people ideas. The future of actually solving the drug problem is actually working on demand reduction, which is a much more complicated issue.
Has it reduced?
Well, but we're going to get to that point. In Australia, drug usage around methamphetamine has not changed significantly since about 2012, 2013. So we've seen a lot of supply side reduction, but no significant reduction in usage rates or reported usage rates. So more needs to be done in therapy, more needs to be done in education, more needs to be done in prevention to reduce demand for the drug.
But are the authorities cooperating?
Oh, the authorities are cooperating, probably more so than ever before. I mean, if there's any positive to come out of the drug trade, is that it forces the major organisations in Australia, Border Force, AFP, Australian Crime Commission, state police forces, to work more cohesively together.
Opposition leader Mark McGowan has vowed to uncover the hidden cost of state government projects if he wins the next state election. He's now calling for a commission of inquiry into how WA managed to reach $40 billion worth of debt and $4 billion budget deficit. However, Premier Colin Barnett said Mr McGowan has wrongly criticised a number of projects without evidence.
We need to get to the bottom of it. We need to make sure it doesn't happen again. The Commission of Inquiry is even more important now after these budget estimates to find out what has happened in Western Australia.
Fremantle's Deputy Mayor Josh Wilson has resigned from his position from City Council after Federal Labor dumped its candidate Chris Brown and endorsed Mr Wilson instead. The council has made the announcement after holding a special meeting and appointing Councillor David Coggan as its new deputy. Mayor Brad Pettit praised Mr Wilson for his efforts and wished him well on the campaign trail.
If he's elected, a very capable representative for the seat of Fremantle in the federal parliament. So it's big shoes to fill in terms of a council position, but we do hope we can get somebody who can be really part of that. That approach to the Fremantle Council really has been a collaborative approach around trying to get some big things done in Fremantle.
A United States Department of State's internal audit has found that Hillary Clinton has disregarded federal rules by using a private email account and server. A hacking attempt has forced Ms. Clinton to stop using her email at one point during 2011, but she stated that her account was never breached. Back in 2010, State Department staffers have raised concerns over Ms. Clinton's email usage because it fails to meet the federal government's record-keeping requirements. The issue continues to overshadow her presidential election campaign.
A South Korean naval ship has fired warning shots at a North Korean patrol boat after it crossed the dispute border, according to the Seoul's Ministry of Defence. It's reported that the vessel retreated immediately after the naval ship fired 5 warning shots. Earlier, South Korea has criticised Pyongyang's nuclear testing program by rejecting North Korea's military dialogue. Seoul's officials say the North Korean government's proposal lacked sincerity, while Pyongyang says it won't give up its nuclear arsenal for negotiation.
And finally, Fremantle has taken a trip down memory lane after the city kicked off its Cultural Heritage Festival. More than 90 events took place over the weekend, allowing residents to remember historical events that happened in the port city over the past 30 years. Local heritage has been the event's major focus, organisers saying the festival has grown in size over the years.
We're seeing it getting more and more popular each year. People love it. They love the history, the stories, the things that kind of make a place special.
What's your favourite event?
Fencing. Well, you better get down there before it's closed.
I think I will.
Great. And those are the top stories you need to know this week. We have the latest news on our website and Facebook.
Our current affairs programme, Western Perspective, will return next Sunday, but until then, good night.
Good night.